Hello, hi. So I did this live TikTok yesterday with a betrayed wife. Her husband cheated on her and left for his mistress after 26 years of marriage. And I was the mistress, not in her situation, but in another one. And someone commented as we were talking, she's been married twice, referring to me. And she was also a mistress. And I'm going to add to that. And I also have a podcast called Wonder Slut. And I just chuckled to myself. I'm sure that everybody else has connected these dots but me. I am a terrible candidate for marriage. All around. I don't respect the institution at all. I feel like it's a big old joke. I feel like people are in it for all sorts of reasons that have nothing to do with love and connection and authenticity. And I'm just trying to speak for myself. I know that not everybody has that view, and I think that's great if it works for you. And just, so here's another thing also, that I think the relationship is very specific to the person, right? It depends on the people that are actually in the relationship as to whether it's a sacred union. Just getting married and having the government approve your marriage does not mean that you're in a sacred union with someone where your soul is at peace and at rest, and where they are transparent and you have a beautiful connection with them. Those two things are not necessarily aligned. And I would say the majority of marriages fall in this is total bullshit realm, but we're sticking it out for the sake of this social institution that we think we're supposed to maintain, because that's just what good moral people do, right? It's not for me, and I was never meant to be a wife. I'm sorry, I keep laughing, but I'm sure other people have connected these dots, and I'm just now showing up to the party. The extent to which I deluded myself into believing that I was going to be able to play nice in social structures was intense, and I was young, and I drank the Kool-Aid, and I thought that the template worked for everyone, and turns out it doesn't work for me. And that was a really interesting point in the conversation where she asked me how I felt about marriage, and even though I feel like I've fleshed it out a couple of times, it landed differently when I was talking to her, and I said, I think a marriage is total bullshit, mostly, and I guess that makes sense why I would be with a married man, because, if I just assumed that he viewed the relationship the same way I did, which is, if it meant something, then you don't step out of it. And I am not saying he was right. I'm not saying I was right. It's a really shitty way to exit a relationship. And also, when you hold something loosely, it's very apparent to other people. And I think that we fight against that being a thing. I think that a lot of people want to buy into the fact that marriage is a sacred union between two people, and so they force it a lot of times. I forced it. I'm going to focus on myself, because everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their own belief system. I'm not trying to insult anybody's journey or opinion of this thing that was once a beautiful. Maybe. Has it ever been beautiful? I don't know. I think it was founded on subservience and exploitation of the woman and profit for the man. So I think somewhere along the way we tried to create it into this spiritual, soulful, transparent bond. And we haven't totally caught up with it yet. So I just am making fun of myself, maybe, for attempting something that I was never meant to be in. I'm feral. I am untamable. And I certainly don't respect institutions that were created just simply, they say it was created in the eyes of God, but I'm not sure I believe that either. So, there you have it. I'm a mistress for a reason, apparently. It is what it is. Just embracing it, getting all sticky, and trying to not hate on myself in the process, because it's hard to be a rule breaker sometimes. And it does, or it is tricky and sticky, and it makes people feel real gross sometimes to be in your presence. And that's all I got to say. Well, I have lots to say.